Okay, here we go with the downstairs. That door there goes out to the deck on the side of the house, and we just love that. And this room is completely huge. And it used to be all blue, like a pale blue. And let me just walk to the other end. This right here, that cubby in the wall, is just like the ones that were upstairs. Really no real reason for it that we could see, but what we did with this one is we put the electric up through the cellar and put it in that cubby, so we made use of it anyway. And someday I'm going to put a mural on that, and Dan already has the trim to put around it, so it'll just look like a giant painting with the electric behind it. This room out here is kind of like a little add-on room. It's very off-center for what we would have done probably. And if you go around the corner here, this is that pipe that used to be hooked to a wood stove and put right up through into the living room and right up through into the bedroom. It doesn't serve any purpose now. We're going to have to try to figure out what to do with that. And there's the living room. Okay, I'll warn you first. We go in this room, it's a mess, because this is my art room and also where I write. And it's a pretty busy room. I spend probably about 90% of my time in here. Just like upstairs, there's no trim on the windows. So for now I have towels up there until Dan gets some molding on them. My mom and dad. And that's where I do all my writing. This is the window I look out into the pasture, which I love. There's always something to look out there. And this closet, also in need of trim. It's a nice closet. It's kind of, well, I'm not going to complain because I need space. I need places to put stuff. This door I just love. But as with almost every door in the house, this is what happened. And for the rest of the living room, if you look up on the ceiling, you can see that there are hooks still up there from where the lanterns were. There's one there, and there's a gigantic big one right here. We never did get the ceiling painted, so as soon as we get ready, we're going to have to unscrew them and cover up the holes, and then we'll be in business. Okay, so that's the living room. I like it. Lots of room. Okay, we're going from the living room into the dining room. And this pipe here is the one that goes from the heater that we bought. And it goes up to that room that has a secret hallway in there. We have this little cubby type thing in the wall. It looks like it might have been used for shelves or something like that. And let me show you this floor. I'm so embarrassed of this room, but it's just going to take some time to get it looking good. The walls need to be redone, and it needs a lot of work. Really needs a lot of work. That's Dan's office over there. That's where he gets on his computer. Notice the milk can top holding his laptop up. Got to put some kind of vent or something in there. I've got some filters over the top of it because when it blows, it blows the dust right up. Okay, this is what was my store this winter. And pay close attention to this wall. I still have remnants here of the store I still have to get picked up. This is just kind of a little walkway when you walk into the house off of our front door. I still have a lot of stuff to do in here, but time runs short. Okay, now we'll go back through the living room. And we got this as a gift from one of the Amish. Kind of a neat calendar. Okay, we're going from the entranceway and we're going to go into the kitchen. There's the door to the mudroom. This is the door to the pantry. And I'm going to open this, but beware, we had a little mouse problem. So I had to take everything out and clean it out. And I just threw everything back in there, and it's a mess in there. So that's our pantry. And it's going to be really nice someday if I ever finish getting it painted white. Okay, those windows go to the back room, and that'll be in the next video. That cupboard and the one up there were left by the English that lived here. And this is the kitchen. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it, but there's that little music box that I found. So yeah, that was the kitchen, and I'll show you the ceiling in the kitchen. Gonna need some work, huh? That happened after the Amish seller was here and decided he was going to sell the house. They moved to Ohio, and when they got there, they realized they forgot to shut the water off to the house because they had left to live out there. By the time they wrote a letter to the bishop to tell him that they forgot to turn the water off, the pipes burst. So that's what that hole was for. This is the bathroom. That mirror is Amish design. Everything that was here was left by the English, as far as I know. The walls in the bathroom, I painted them white, and it's just not what I want. That's our shower now, but it was just a great big old cubby hole in the wall. So we just put back the shower where it was before. Now we're on to the secret room. And the secret room is behind this window right here. See if I can do this with one hand. Bear with me. I'm getting there. Okay, that's the secret room. I'll put the camera in there. There's no door. It's all sealed up. There's 2 windows in there. Lots and lots of spider webs. But what I'm pointing at now is the entranceway of the house is on the other side of that wall. We don't understand why. When they built that, they must have climbed out a window when they were done. It's just one of those things where kind of makes you go, what? Here's another thing I wanted to show you. I don't know why that would be like that, but there's just like, what are we going to do with that? I don't know. Guess we'll figure that out too. So, for the downstairs, we have a lot of work to do. This is a room I can't wait to get done first. I think it'll set the whole house off. And then eventually we'll move on to the kitchen and work on that. We love our place. We know that Rome wasn't built in a day, and we have time. We got lots of time. Next up will be the cellar.